Ah, there's just nothing quite like returning back to your village and, waking up from your nap as an elder, looking outside the front door and realizing that there's the apocalyptic doom music playing. You cannot really remember what you had everyone doing, and you're just going to have to wing it and totally pretend you know what's happening. So I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. Even though apparently we were on the razor's edge of not having enough of the soy milk to go ahead and make our porridge. And, oh good, that's a lot of extra food though, so that makes me feel pretty good. Oh wow, that's a lot of doom. That's enough doom that it's gonna be a high enough level to destroy the village if we ever lose a heat or cold event again. Oh, how do you feel about baths? Just asking for, well, kind of a friend. But hello everyone and welcome back to our humble village of the Angry Owl, where I'm suddenly thinking that public baths sound like a fantastic idea, since they would indeed provide us with a lot of heat and a lot of cold. Either way, we'll have to look into that. Are we going to be in winterish time when the big apocalyptic event hits? Yes, I think we're going to be kind of in the winter phase of things. So it's going to be a cold domain that we have to fight. We will keep that in mind as well. At least I think so. If so, this may be the first time we will have outwitted the domains. Or at least the, heat and cold domain, which would be really nice. But alright, so we are indeed carrying on. And hopefully soon, yes, there we go! We can get the doghouse built. So if I remember correctly, that was one of the next things we were going to work on, since indeed we currently only have 9 and 7 bonus health to a very strong generates 21 a day sickness domain, and we're going to do our best to make sure that, we're able to actually fight against the sickness domains. So we have a doghouse that we are establishing. But a doghouse does mean that we will have our very first buy your cheese pip. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's going to be really useful. But we also need medicine for that, which means that Dino Man's over here is going to be whipping up some of the medication. Excellent, excellent. And then down here, what do we have going on? Oh, good. And we put out the fires that some jerk of a heat domain decided to do. Let's see. And I need Ren. I think you can actually take a break to plant those flowers for me, because we have a lot of gloop glop, and that will give our milk a chance to recharge. And we're going to need the milk so that we can go ahead and make some nice soft bread indeed to entice one of our pips to become a doctor. Ah, and speaking of enticing our pips, where's my artisan? Do we have enough water? No, we are burning through water. So Lark Spring, I'm gonna need you to stay there for just a minute. Wow, there is a lot going on. We're making tools. Wow, okay, everybody's really busy. I sort of feel like I should be doing something more too. But to be fair, I did name the baby Adelaide Faye. Welcome to the village, Adelaide Faye. I am very glad that you have come to join us, because my goodness, is it ever getting busy, and we'll need even more hands on the milling station, and also maybe making us some cheese. I don't even know what else we might want to make. Ooh, City Hall. Hey now, 20 commoners. And the bungalow would hold 4 buy your cheese pips. I don't know if we need to expand that way at the moment. A large warehouse might be useful, just to think about. I'm trying to think. Maybe cutting the forest would be useful soon, but what do we... I think we have some good hope production. So we cycle back around to the public baths for helping us out with both heat and cold. And what I really like about the public baths are that the blankets are also needed for the hospital. So even though that just kind of sounds like I sort of said a bunch of mishmash over and over again. The long and short of it is I think we should go ahead and where's my blanket maker? Find Taylor right there. So I think we should go ahead and maybe work on the fine tailor next. And after that, the public baths. And after that, we might start working on, well, if we do school and bookmaker. All right, school, bookmaker, and then we'll see if we can like tackle hospital and all those things afterward. There, see, that's a plan. That's a plan, all right. The kind of plan that is gonna go ahead and it's gonna keep our pips nice and calm. Everyone's gonna understand that we're not gonna die this time. And if we do, we did our best. Wonderful, wonderful. We will need to find a way to go ahead and expand our storage since we're gonna have to turn the cellars off and not have that lovely cold bonus when it gets chillier. But otherwise, never mind. Now I am an elder sitting back with my coffee and just kind of like smugly smiling to myself. Ooh, and I think we just had somebody grow up over here. Excellent. And kind of smugly smiling to myself as it seems like our pips are doing just fine. And they're really starting to settle into whatever situations they need to find themselves in. Yeah. Woo! Look at that. Okay. So I think the heat domain is fine. We actually have so much surplus cold. I'm gonna... Do I want to risk that? 17? No. We're going to keep our watchers going. Never mind. It is a Doom event. I am going to just keep them there because now is 3 days away from a Doom event. It is not exactly the time to get overconfident about having a Doom event. But it may be the time to go ahead and perhaps train up another. We could do Miller for the breads. That's probably a good idea. Oh wait, no handyman available? Oh, come now. Let's see. Canis Able or Windfallen? Windfallen, it's literally like a water mill, actually. Huh. All right, you know what, Windfallen? You do that. Canis Able, I think you're going to become our next miller. Because Windfallen seemed appropriate when, you know, to make the grain, we used to have a windmill, but that is not the case right now. And then I wonder... Maybe go ahead and have this replanted and maybe another pip because we have the food at the moment and we again could use all the help that we could possibly get, especially with autumn at some point in the future. As I mean, I guess technically autumn's always at some point in the future, but you know what I mean. Unless some sort of disastrous intergalactic issue happens and our planet gets knocked away from the sun. Oh man, that'd be a really cool setting for like a sci-fi series though. If somehow, through some fluke of weirdness, some little orb of like, maybe like a terraforming bubble security thing of humans could survive. And you just had your planet like locked and knocked out into space. And it was just like the planet of no seasons or something. Literally can, well, at least with any concept of reality and the technology we have, can't happen, but that's what sci-fi books are for. Also, Fine Tailor! Huzzah! All right, what else can we do now? Bathhouse. Yes. I think we need 2 Fine Tailors, because if we're going to have bathhouse and we're going to have the hospital at some point, we're going to want to make sure that we have a lot of blankets. So, the question is, should I do bookmaker and or school? Well, we need the bookmaker to get the school first. I think we'll risk that. All right. It is time, finally, to create scribes who can scribble all of the knowledge of the village down somewhere where we can find it again. You know, like that interesting nifty thing called notes that one day a silly Siri possibly should go ahead and learn how to do. Also, any handyman available? Oh, Windfall, there you are! I told you your day would come! Behold! Now you can become a lovely farmer, helping to go ahead and tend the fields so that we can stay alive. 40 surplus cold means now I'm feeling a little more confident. 38 surplus cold. I'm gonna leave the watchers, but I think I can free everyone else to go do something else now. There we go. All right, and find tailor. Requires a leisure within 2 and fabric maker within 2. So here's our fabric maker. And leisure. We'll put a little peace tent right here, it seems. And then we'll put down our... There we go. Our fine tailor. Ah, we have to wait till that's built before we can do that. Well, all right, if that's the case. Does somebody else want to work on another? Oh, we're out of leather for large tents. Ah, because of the peace tent. I see. And there's no knife master available. Well, I guess I'm gonna have some pips pick flowers. And I'm gonna have banana or bananas. These are not bananas. Oh my gosh, Siri, are you okay? Do I like have a fever? Like what? I just stare at a pile of strawberries, which I love. We actually have some amazing strawberries in the fridge right now that I want to go nibble at some point. And I called them bananas. Like, am I okay? Like, what was that about? Should I replant? Ah! All right, we'll get this field replanted. So many options as the village of the Angry Owl grows and sprawls in all directions, allowing different stories in so many different directions. Feel bad for the poor cows, but I am going to need more leather soon. I remember last time we couldn't build the peace tents because we didn't have enough leather. And that is part of why we froze to death. 44 surplus cold. There we have it. Thank you. Thank you to our wonderful watchers. Because of their diligence, we have actually gone ahead and we have gotten through that rather dangerous, terrifying situation without too much terror, to be completely honest. And I actually am pretty happy with how many like infusions we have too. What wonderful, glorious things. Our villagers are really tending to everything quite wonderfully. I'm so proud of them. I think if we were going to do anything, I might actually train another watcher. And do I have somebody? Adelaide, hey, you've been over here actually watching the watchers, which is a little ironic, take care of the fountains. So I'm gonna have you do that because more medical herbs is a good idea. And we're going to actually say goodbye to these fishies. Yes, goodbye fish. Because we are going to start harvesting the algae from over there as well. Excellent, see? And I just coinkadinkly may have left behind enough space for 2 villagers, haha, to welcome another new pip into the village. Wait, didn't we just have a baby? Did I forget to name it? Oh, I did. Hey! Oh my gosh. Librarian. Librarian of Space, aka Librarian. That's amazing. You showed up just as we were preparing bookmakers. That's a sign. Like, that's ridiculously silly. That's just absolutely a sign. Also, yay! Woo! We were able to fight off the heat doom! Now, what bountiful bovine boon. Go, get away from here. Somebody give me a spray bottle. Shoo, shoo! I am not making, like, a pact with you. That's right, give me those memory beans for the larger buildings. I want to know what those are. I want to unlock the last elder. I know that elder is going to be good. Ooh! Dead pips do not generate sickness or fear. Are you threatening me, Heat One? Sick pips can now work with the... No, we're going to go with fat children. Children will grow twice as fast, but they eat 3 times as much. What better way to celebrate the barley of bounty than by going ahead and making it so that the kids grow really healthy and well, even if it does mean that we're like refilling their little food bowl all the time. They're growing little piplings. They need it after all. Yay! Oh, that's so ironic because we were literally trying to expand our population just now. Ah, and again, bovine of bounty, or bovines and barleys of bounty. Oh, shoo, 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 shoo. There. And here we go. We are now pushing our way through into... I don't even know which level of apocalypse this is anymore. Somebody fetch me my notes. One of the paper makers, or maybe a bookmaker. All right, all right. Are all of you gathering around? Come on, Pips. You should notice you're not dead, so that means that we survived. We need to talk. I'm not sure, but there's something wrong with all of this. All right, come along, come along. We're gonna be fine. We're going to be the village of the Angry Owl with wisdom to be had. Unknown events apparently around the corner. All right, so let's see. Oh, it's good. Huh! It is gonna be a sickness domain event. I knew it. I knew it. And we're gonna have a season change. So we'll want to think about switching. There's no event that has anything to do with heat this time. We have Cataclysm and Fear going back to back. Omen of Sickness, so we're gonna need to cure things. We might want to make sure that we have some like antidotes and medicines on hand. And we are going to want to prepare some blankets to wrap up those sick Pips with love and care. And also to, you know, isolate them from everyone else in the hospital at some point soon. So, where are my blanket makers? There we are. Fine tailor. Excellent. Fabric maker within 2. Leisure within 2. Fabric maker, are you gonna make enough fabric for me? I think we need to get more fabric makers. Requires social within 1. Clearing, path to dwelling. Gotcha, gotcha. So... fabric maker within 2, huh? And then clearing, path to dwelling, social within 1. All right, here's what we'll do. We're going to have quite the collection of sudden random things built over here because we're going to want to make sure not only do we have a fine tailor, but I do believe that we are indeed going to need another cloth maker. And we're going to have a clearing path to that dwelling to have them move in. And I'm just going to glance at the tannery. There's also the leatherworks, which would be 1 day to make 2 fabric. Oh. The bovines of bounty. I see. Perhaps that is simply how to be the most respectful to their sacrifice. But we may have to give that a bit of thought. That may be a direction we need to go in. It just might. But until then, I do believe that we need to go ahead and frantically gather as many of these medical herbs as possible because where's my watchers? Do I not have another watcher trained yet? Adelaide! I need your help! Because it looks like we are going to be facing down quite a bit of illness, and we want to be prepared for that inevitable. Also, let's see. Can I get... oh, I need a leisure within 2 in order to go ahead and have a buy your cheese house for our leisure. Oh, I'm gonna need more leather. Anyway, I see. That's how it's gonna be, is it? Well then. Good to know. All right, my friends. We'll also prepare ourselves for a bookmaker. Requires a paper maker within 2, plus 1 if knowledge maker within 2. That would be really awesome. Can I move the sign up one? Because this would be perfect. And then, like, it would need a cobblestone path to dwelling. Let's see, paper maker, plus 1. Yes, okay. So, we will prepare ourselves with some plans for the coming future. We might even look into possibly the leatherworks. The bovines of bounty and the barley of bounty may find themselves in need of helping us to stay alive. But that's the point, isn't it? But we'll do our best. We'll see what happens with all of this hemp. The hemp of hope, I guess. All right. Well, everyone's alive. I told you it'd work out like that. Now we just need to keep it that way in the moments when I get completely overconfident. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.